Hello, Digangana. Welcome to Bollywood Life.
Hello, hi Imran. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay,
Just
you look quite good right now. So I guess it's because of the lockdown. The glow is coming. Like when you're staying inside, the glow comes on your face. Like
thank you. I don't know how much good is this lockdown doing, but yeah, I mean I'm not tanning anymore, so maybe.
okay. So let me start the question with: tell me how much are you missing the sets? How much are you missing the light, camera, action, and how much are you missing the rush?
So
It's been a very long time. It's been 60, 70 days right now. So I want to know what mind space are you in right now?
I am like I'm in the middle of frustration and reality. So some days I wake up thinking that oh shit, when is this thing gonna end? And some days I'm like, this is best. It's healing. Earth is healing. Everything's gonna be alright. So I have different days and different phases. Like I'm going through different things. It's a high level of mood swing, but I'm missing shooting. Yeah, I mean, no matter what we say and what I say and what we do, I think that whole vibe of being on set is just so much. I feel like now I realize that how much I miss it more, like how much I love it, and how much it's uneasy to not do that. Like, days I'm like, what if this was like normal circumstances and I wasn't getting the chance to do that? I'd be like, no, that's horrible. That's like a really bad idea. So I'm
Right, but
missing it
before the
more.
lockdown started, actually, you had already signed a Telugu film, right? You had signed the film and you were already shooting for it in a week. You had to leave it in between because of the coronavirus, or the shooting was
No,
complete.
no. So I was in fact shooting for two films. So I'm shooting for a
All
Hindi
right.
film as well.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's still hush hush because
All right.
we've shot most of the film, but it's a period film and we didn't want to speak about it before we're done with shooting.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, everything of this sort happened and then we couldn't finish shooting as of now. So that's on hold. SEETI MAAR, which is my Telugu film and the Hindi film, it's all midway and it's like right there. I think when the lockdown is done, we'll be able to get back at it. So it's almost like I have the script. I know we're going to be filming this, but the level of anticipation, I think, see, it's one anticipation to sign the film and then to wait for it to start and be able to play that role and like all pumped up and excited. This is like another level of anticipation. Because, some days people are saying horrible things like you're not going to be shooting for months. And then there's anticipation of you want to start shooting just the very next day this lockdown is done. I'm like, how this is like such a contradictory statement. How on earth is this going to work out? So I think that insecurity is right now more irritating, to be very honest. I think if we all knew that this is going to end on so and so date, I think we'd be chill.
Right.
But this is not that kind of situation.
But the days are getting more and more. The days are getting increased by by day and day. So let me start with the next question. You've been busy a lot. Okay, I saw a few live things that you're doing on your Instagram. You're singing songs for your fans. Uh,
Yay!
right? I saw one of them and I was like, yeah, she's got a good voice. Where did that come
Thank
from?
you. That childhood. So so everyone in the family, like my mom, papa, we're huge 80s, 70s, 90s lovers, and I think it comes from them because I've grown up listening to Kishore Kumar, and until I was about 10 years old, I believed that he's alive, and the day that I found out he isn't, I freaked out. So I cried. I cried like I probably heard about somebody who's like really close to family, probably a family member. So I'd be like, he's my brother. How could he not be here? So my connect with music goes down to like very, very sentimental. And during the lockdown, I thought that I wanted to give out a snippet of what it's like in the family because we have like so many instruments, and Ma, Papa, and I were like singing, playing, dancing. It's like another level of self entertainment. So I'm like, I have to give you guys a sneak peek of what we do in the house. Like, you deserve to see this, especially when everyone's home. Like, please try it.
All right, but that sneak peek was very good. And while I was going through the comment, people kept calling you princess, princess, princess. Your fans call you princess.
Oh
Where
yeah.
did that come from? I want to know what
That
the story behind that. Princess.
um, I'm just blessed. I like to put it like that. Uh, well, that actually comes from a lot of reasons. So I did a show called Shakuntala where I was playing princess. So a lot of people started saying princess. They're not, but it wasn't like this serious. Like maybe 1 out of 10 people would say like princess and princess because I was playing that role. Eventually, they saw my birthdays and they're done really royal, and they're like, "That's so princessy." And I actually wear a crown that comes with my grandma. So she's very sentimental about it, and my mom's very sentimental about it. So some days I'm like, my birthdays aren't really my birthdays, they're like a family event or a festive, I'd rather say. Like Diwali in the house,
I get
like
it. I get it.
everyone's involved. Like
Yeah.
you're just like, it's my birthday because it has to be my birthday, but it's more of their event than mine. Like,
Okay.
okay, it's your birthday, but it's more of our thing. So I feel it's that space, and they do it very traditionally. Like everything in the morning is like this Abhishek ceremony and everything. How used to have back in centuries ago, probably when we had kingdoms and stuff like that. And
Wow.
so my fans picked it up from there, and they're like, that's Princess, and I think they got stuck with that. But I enjoy it. So
I know you enjoy it. I know you enjoy calling yourself princess. So I'm gonna call you princess for the next interview. All right.
that's sweet.
All right.
I'm
So,
flattered.
but on a serious note, I want to ask you this as well. See, since the industry is shut right now, there's nothing, no work happening outside. People like us, people like junior artists, people like camera person, people like sport boys are really suffering nowadays, and they don't have work, they don't have food for themselves. People are committing suicide. They are putting notes on social media that they should be helped. So, what do you have to tell such people and the producers in a way to help them? Can you urge someone or send out a message like that?
I seriously think that we have these associations for a purpose, right? And I hope in most of the times we don't really need them. They're there, they're doing their job. They're like
Right.
this. As an actor, I know my association is not going to get me work, right? And maybe as a lightman, as a technician, you cannot knock an association's door saying that I'm jobless and you have to give me employment. That's not how it works. But times like these, I think, because see, it's eventually a system, right? Like government is a system, association is a system. There is a way that association can help, but that also has to come from the government, because it cannot just be an individual effort. You and I cannot sit down and decide that this is going to happen. It's not going to be activated from tomorrow, right? Who's going to make that call? So I feel something based on states. Like we already have the state division, right? Like Maharashtra CM would take care of Maharashtra, Telangana, stuff like that. So
Right.
I feel that even with the film industry, wherever you have these places, like definitely we're not going down to every single village, right? Because that's not where the film industry is. You might target Mumbai, Hyderabad, Chennai, Delhi, places like these. I don't think that I think it's a much bigger coordination to coordinate 135 crore of population than coordinating between a section of people. But if the government does take it in charge and they do look at it as a matter of concern, I'm not sure if it's even looked at like that right now. Because to solve something, you need to declare that there's a problem. There's been so much news. There've been people doing doing things about maybe like an economical loss, businessmen, shopkeepers, restaurant owners. I don't think how many people have really picked up the fact that technicians, actors, artists, comedians, there are so many other people who are jobless, who really don't know what to do at this point. And there are so many people who actually technically work on everyday wages, and you expect them to sit at home where they're not really sure if they're going to be eating the very next week, and you're saying you can't step out of the house. It stops making sense after some time. And when you know that there are actors who are probably not as sufficient as, maybe, see, it looks like, oh my god, actors, and they're like sufficient people and they know just exactly what to do. That's not how it works for everyone. I think we've all been through that phase where you really don't know what to do. And if you are in a position where you're doing well, great. But if you are in a phase where you're struggling, then this is a bad time, like really bad time. So I feel that it has to come from the government. It has to be taken as like a really serious issue and then be addressed. Because I'm not saying that there isn't a solution. I'm just saying that it's not really looked upon like that. But there's this producers association and everyone's trying to do something, like they're trying to raise this topic, because I think we had this chat like about 2 weeks ago where people did start picking this up. But imagine it's taken us about 45 days to even figure if there's an issue here.
Because I know a lot of people who have been suffering right now because a lot of my friends belong to this industry. They've been struggling. They work on a daily basis, like junior artist, camera person. They're still struggling, and through actors and through me, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create awareness or create a at least let people hear about it that they are struggling and They need to be helped in a way. So I thought with just talking to you guys, something can happen. Uh, so let's get on a lighter note right now. Okay, so I have some pointing questions prepared for you. Okay, these
Sure.
are some social media questions. These are some fan questions that's been regularly asked on social media on
Go
my
on.
platform. Actually, I asked such questions. All right. So the first question I get is like, if you had to choose a lockdown partner and it has to be a celeb, who would you choose as your partner?
Ryan Gosling, please.
Okay. So you're hopeless romantic, huh? Okay. That's a good choice though.
Thanks.
All right. Okay.
That was like at the
So
tip of my tongue. I'm like, can
I
I
know.
just say that? Like, is that gonna happen? Anybody?
Yeah, you didn't even take a second to realize. Like, see,
I'm
it,
like,
it was
please.
just good choice. Good choice though. That shows. That shows. That's all right. The next question that I have is, since we all are locked in inside and we've been watching a lot of OTT and we've been watching a lot of web shows. So can you recommend few shows to your fan that you've been regularly binge watching and you recommended to watch?
I haven't. I've interestingly been watching Ramayana and
Oh
Mahabharata.
wow.
Not even kidding. I think that's the only show that I've been watching, like the older Ramayana and Mahabharata, of course,
Right.
religiously. Like, and I was so fascinated with everything. So I'm a huge fan of mythology and history. And of course, I'm religious and spiritual as well. So I feel like that's like, instead of reading, I can just get to see it. Or I might as well see it. But, the thing with web series is that I try to watch like one or two here and there, but I realize that it's very consuming, especially when I don't get to step out because I'm not really seeing anything outdoor. I'm not really being able to distract myself, and if I'm watching something, I get so hooked onto it that I'm sitting on the couch and I'm watching for hours, and then it reaches a point where I'm like under eyes, sleep deprived, body gone for a toss, doesn't know what to do. I'm like, I'm gonna wait. I'd rather like to faint or do something else.
Okay, that's good. Tell me what has been the main source of entertainment at your home right now?
Chit chats. Not even kidding.
Okay, good one. We've all been doing that, right?
There is so much
Right.
family gossip. I tell you, I don't need anything else.
Quite fun, quite fun, yeah, quite fun. Okay, since you all are stuck at home, so tell me what is your least favorite activity and your favorite activity that you like to do at home? Jhadu, pocha, bartan included. Huh?
Nothing, Adnan. I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you. So the day the lockdown was announced, okay, I freaked out most. I'm like, oh shit, no domestic help, nothing. So I looked at my parents, and I've literally not grown up doing any of these things. Okay, so my parents were like, distributing their job list. Like, I'm gonna do this, so I was like, okay, I'm supervising. So you're gonna do this, and you're gonna do this, and I'm not gonna do anything.
And you get away with that, huh?
Yeah.
See, you are a princess. That means, huh?
I in fact managed this. I remember this one day a couple of weeks ago, I think. My parents were cleaning like religiously, and also because it's whole corona sphere and stuff like that. I
Right.
think they're taking their the house is cleaner than it was earlier, to be very honest. With
Wow.
domestic help, I think we had a messier house, but now it's much more clean because my parents are like, no, this has got to be clean and that has got to be clean, and they're really, really particular. But then it reached a point that they cleaned house until 3:34 in the evening, and I was super hungry. I said, "Where's food?" I'm like, "Okay, guys, this is done. Can you just cook something?" And they're like, "Can you shut up?"
Nice. One spoiled kid you are. That's a good one. It's okay to be right. Good, 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 good. Because we have to do our own things. We have to wash dishes, sweep, clean.
I'm just making you feel worse, right?
I know, but that's all right. Okay. All right. So the next question that I have with me is like, okay, okay. Since they say we make a habit or break a habit in 21 days, so, but it's been 60, 70 days right now. So did you ever did you make a habit or did you break any habit?
I I broke a habit of oversleeping, actually.
Okay.
I wake up early now because of my parents. So 7 a.m. in the house looks like it's 10 in the morning.
Okay.
Everyone's so up, and my papa's like already, and there's music playing in the house, so loud music. I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm used to waking up early because of shoot, but not otherwise. So
Right.
they're like, wake up, what lazy person you are, and stuff like that. And you can't hear it every day. I'm like, okay, I'll start waking up early. That. Second, I've gotten a lot more religious about workout. So I
Okay.
think I've always been this person who's on and off. I'm like, okay, I'm doing it today. I'm not going to do it tomorrow. Then I'll do it. And then someday I'll be like, no, I'm too tired. I overworked. So it's too much of self sympathy. And that's all gone now. I think I'm
All
good.
right. Since we're talking about workout, my next question was on workout. So a lot of fans, a lot of female fans actually asking this, like, what routines are you guys following at home to keep yourself fit and in shape? Can you recommend few to them?
I am doing yoga. So I can't say I'm doing just yoga because I'm doing maybe pranayam, Surya Namaskar. Then I'm doing chakrasan, stretch a little bit. So maybe few forms of yoga here and there. Breathing, of course, that's very, very healthy. And I think that's all that keeping me going these days, to be very honest. Otherwise, I do functional, so I try and I'm not really good at push ups. Gosh, you just remind me of workout. It's taking me back into that phase where I'm like, can somebody teach me how to do a good push up? But so I do squats, sumo squats, lunges, like spot running. I have a cycle in the house. I cycle for quite some time. Like even when I'm watching a movie or if I'm watching something on TV, I like to cycle because it passes my time, and I don't realize that I've been cycling for that long. So it kind of works.
That's a good one. Okay, this is again questions from the female fans. Okay, the question is like, what are you doing to keep your skin like? Do you follow any beauty regime right now while staying at home? And can you recommend few to them that they can follow to keep their skin glowing and everything?
Something that I think that everyone should seriously understand at this point is that don't overdo your skin because you
Okay.
really don't have to. Since we're all home, drink as much as hot water you can. Also, it's required because of the whole corona thing, so it's good anyway. That
Right.
helps. Water intake should increase. Like, set yourself an alarm and just sip in water as much as you can. Um, don't eat anything unhealthy. Try and not eat after sunset. See, these are those things that people think only show eventually. But I can promise you, even if you practice it for like 3 days, fourth day you'll be like, my skin is so much better. Because these days I literally wake up, I wash my face, I don't put anything on it, not even moisturizer because it's so humid in Mumbai. I'm like, I don't want that thing on my face. I'll start melting.
Okay.
And initially, my parents didn't even turn on AC because they were really scared. I'm like 3 weeks without AC. I'm like, what is this? Planet Earth is just busting or something. But it is bad basically. And even now, it's not like like a routine. So I try and put nothing. But before I go to sleep, I take off my makeup if I have any. Like if I go for a live or stuff like that, take off my makeup, put some moisturizer, massage it till it's like gone, and I take maybe like a tissue paper or my um, cotton napkin, and I take off the excess moisturizer. So I'm not sleeping with anything more, and I go to sleep. That's it. You could put like maybe besan and stuff like that on your face. So basically, any fruit that's on the dining table goes on my face eventually. So if we're having papaya, a slice of papaya is gonna be out from my face. So I'm gonna smash that and put it on my face later.
Good, but it's like a YouTube tutorial right now. I'm watching a YouTube tutorial that she's advising me to do this and that. And so you can record it and
I
actually
am
put it out.
so
I
I'm
swear.
so serious about this.
No, no, that's a very good one. I was listening, see, so nicely. Okay, the next question that I have is like, a lot of youngsters are taking pressure of being productive right now. They don't have work to do, so they're asking like, is it okay to take the pressure of being productive right now, or they can wait for a while and when the world is open again, they can go out and be productive again. What do you think about that?
Whatever's keeping you mentally sane. If you're
Okay,
getting more frustrated with the fact that you have to keep working, then don't. If you're in a situation where you can bear not working, amazing. But if you think that you want to wake up thinking that you've done something out of it, then don't make it like a pressure to yourself, but do something that kind of also satisfies you that, oh, I've done this, and it doesn't even leave you with, should I've wasted time.
right.
See, because it's human mind, like I said, some days I wake up frustrated and some days I'm like content, I'm like so good, world is healing and everything, but it's not important that I feel the same every single day. So it depends individually, but don't do it because everyone else is doing on Instagram. I promise you, everyone else who's doing anything on Instagram, they're not doing it. I'll give you my example. I cooked on Instagram. Am I cooking every day? I am not. So
Nice, nice, nice. Okay.
So do not compare lifestyles on Instagram. In simple words,
Yeah,
people
that's
look like really different people. So don't do that.
that's true. Yeah, that's true. Good advice though. Good advice though. Uh, so this I have last few questions for you. Since the people are still not understand that the situation outside is very like it's very harsh. It's dangerous outside, and people are still stepping outside. They're putting themselves and their family in danger. So when celebrities like you talk on your social media or anywhere on the Twitter, people at least try to listen to you or at least give a ear. They don't listen to us.
Right.
So I want you to urge such people to stay inside, keep their family safe, keep the surroundings safe, and take this matter seriously and let's fight this together. Can you do that?
I will do that, but I need to correct you. People like you urge people like us to stand up and speak. I'm being very, very honest.
Thank you so much.
Okay, that's one thing. Secondly, I think we're all in this together. Right now, unity is definitely strength, but in a way that you have to individually take care of your own responsibilities. Everyone who thinks that they're too smart and they're Superman, realize you're not. So kindly stay home. And that is the safest thing to do right now. You're not just helping yourself, you're helping everyone else. Because one person out there influences other five people that, okay, if I can do this, you can do it too. And it's literally no math. It's not a race that, oh, I could go out, so everyone else should too. We are in a really terrible situation. The statistics are only growing, they're not getting down anymore. It's not funny. I mean, we're laughing and we're giggling. That's completely to keep your mental health in place. But if you ask me on a very serious note, are we in a good situation? We're not. I have literally not stepped out in 65 days. So I'm sure if I and my family can keep ourselves together, you and your family can do it too. So please do that. Stay home.
Thank you so much for the message because I think after this, that world that we go in is gonna be more humble or more loving. It can be more human right now. So I'm just wishing for this to over and this world that we step out can be more loving, more appreciative towards the environment, and we take life little seriously and don't take things for granted. That can be done, right?
I 100% agree. In fact, I feel that this is that one knock knock where nature is saying that, guys, you know what? You guys are tenants at the end of the day. I own this place, so don't mess with me to an extent where I have to push you away from your life. And I think we have been so selfish. We've done everything that we shouldn't have. And now we reach a point and we're still like, where is the economy going? I genuinely want to ask people on a very serious note, imagine the kind of economic loss that we're going through right now. If that was equivalent to human life loss, would we be able to balance that out? You can't, right? Nobody cannot. You can make money again, you can be successful again, you can set your careers in place, the world economy can come in place, but people who die will not come back. And I think it's just time that people need to realize a simple difference between human life and economy. There is nothing more important than human life. So please take care of yourself.
Thank you so much. That's very sweet of you. Yeah. Thank you so much for giving this time to me. Thank you so much for chatting with me and enlightening me with such beauty regime, workout routines,
That's a big word.
and
You
now I
must
know.
always remember I don't cook.
And you don't cook, and now I know that you are princess for real. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much, and I hope we do this in person when the lockdown is over. We'll do this in person very soon.
Yes, for sure. You take care of yourself, Imran. Very good chatting with you. Keep up your spirits and stay healthy.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye.